Welcome back to 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. I'm your host, Gino Reda. Time now for the SIJHL report. The Canadian Junior Hockey League brings together the 117 teams in 9 Junior A leagues involving over 2,500 players from right across the country. Now joining us, Matt Valley, the head coach of the Kam River Fighting Walleye of the Superior International Junior Hockey League. Matt, welcome to the show. First and foremost, where are you? Where is your team based?
Hey, Gino, thanks for having me. We're based out of Oliver Papoonge, which is about a 6,000 resident little, I say little, geez, it's made up of a bunch of little communities, farming community outside of Thunder Bay, about 15 minutes west. And yeah, I think it's about just shy of 6,000 residents, farm, a lot of blue collar, hardworking people, and kind of a farming community. It's where I grew up, and a lot of local hockey players grew up. And so we're based just outside of Thunder Bay, but a lot of the times our hockey ops is working in Thunder Bay, right? Like we have billets in Thunder Bay. Our general manager, myself, we reside in Thunder Bay, but it's about a 15-minute drive out to the rink, so nice and close.
So you grew up in the community. You didn't have a Junior A franchise before while you were up and growing up. You're only 31 years old now, and Junior A has come to the community. What's it meant to the community and the people around there to have a Junior A franchise now in the SIJHL?
You know, I get stopped when I'm going to the dump or grocery store. A lot of appreciation, a lot of support, a ton of people that are excited to have Junior A hockey out there. I mean, you know, obviously the 3 Stall boys grew up out that way, myself, a bevy of other players, and, you know, to be part of the group. One of our owners actually is a Stall as well. So it's a family affair, so to speak, right? You know, a lot of support. It's a huge honor, tremendous honor for myself to be part of this group for sure. And, you know, we're really looking forward to getting that rink packed next year with just a bunch of hockey crazed local fans that they really love the game and are truly behind our organization.
We're in conversation with Matt Valley, the head coach of the Kam River Fighting Walleyes at the Superior International Junior Hockey League. And interesting story here, Matt, in that as you guys made your way into the league, obviously in an expansion year like never before because of the pandemic, but there's another twist for you guys. You were being followed around by a documentary camera crew. What was that like? Who's putting that all together? What was the purpose there?
Well, I always start the disclaimer, camera adds 15 pounds, but no, you know, it's really interesting. So our assistant coach, his girlfriend's mom, interestingly enough, runs the production, the camera marketing crew at Confederation College. So as one of a small group of her students, as their culminating project, they decided to do a documentary on how COVID affects sports teams in specific hockey teams. So it kind of just the stars aligned there. And it was interesting enough because we had to have that talk with the boys pretty early on. Is like, listen, there's going to be like people in and out, you know, in the nitty gritty, so to speak, right? Before the game, during intermissions, during practice, we had people like on, you know, on their shoes, like, you know, at center ice filming guys as they zip by. And so we told the guys right away, listen, like, you know, obviously be respectful of them, give them what they asked for, but at the end of the day, let's keep it real. Like, be yourself. Let's not. I don't want guys, you know, getting all pretty for the camera, so to speak, like in slap shot in between the periods in their hair, you know. But you know, the boys really enjoyed it. Our crew really enjoyed it. It was interesting, and I really do think they captured the spirit of the thing. I mean, they really showed how we had to adapt to local regulations, restrictions, whatever you want to say, but also like the new rules that our governing body HNO and then also our league, the SIJHL, put on us as we return to play. And you know, I think it was really good. They got a lot of good footage, a lot of footage they didn't end up using for one reason or another. But what an experience, yeah, to come into the league and to come into junior hockey as a young coach, to have that happen. I kind of felt like, you know, it was like, oh boy, here we are, right?
Listen, you're only 31 years old. You're not that far removed from the kid who played NCAA D3 hockey in the U.S. You also played in the Superior International Junior Hockey League as a kid, back before your community had a franchise. How important was it for you when you were done playing like you are now to be able to remain in the community, stay involved, and see other kids kind of get the opportunity that you got years ago?
Oh, it's everything. We're so big on culture and community in our organization. I'm very proud again, to be just one of those pieces in that system. From the owners, general manager, down through my coaching staff and the players, it's a very tight knit group. It's a lot of communication as needed, right? So we really strive on getting our kids not only to develop as athletes and as people first and foremost. With that comes a job or going to school, volunteering in the community. We try our best to really sink ourselves into local organizations, whether it's businesses or schools. And that's all part of it. You're building, I want to say building the resume. You're rounding yourself out as a person. And that got pushed on me by my family and my friends, my support system, going through junior hockey and into college hockey. But more importantly, I think it's not about building that resume. It's just about ensuring that you're doing what you can to be an and guy, not a but guy, I think, as Nick Saban calls it, right? Like, you're adding to yourself, not one of those guys that, hey, he's a really talented hockey player, but he's whatever. So really, really important for us. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. It's something that we stress as an organization. So being part of that community, seeing guys come through our door and they leave a better person, not only a better athlete, and prepare for the next level, whether it's college, pro, or just going to school, right?
Matt, what a great story. Battling through all that you've had to get this team up, on its feet in the midst of this pandemic. I'm sure you're going to be really excited about getting the puck dropped on it next year. Thanks for this. We really appreciate it. Good luck to you. And I'm sure we'll be speaking again down the road real soon.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, Gino. Look forward to speaking again one day.
That was Matt Valley, the head coach of the Kam River Fighting Walleye of the SIJHL. And that wraps up this week's CJHL report, the Canadian Junior Hockey League. Your future is here. Up next, we're going to go into the vault, where we look back at some of our favorite interviews through our first 29 years of the show. This week, we catch up with the 19-year-old Dan Paillet, who was captain of our national junior team at the 2004 World Junior in Halifax. This is season 30 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. And don't forget, you can listen and subscribe to the complete podcast by checking out any of your favorite podcast platforms.